Everybody, and welcome to my channel Blind Hope Crochet. In today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to make this cute little bow. This is a really good scrap yarn project, so if you've been crocheting and you have a bunch of scraps left over and you really don't know what to do with them, this little bow is perfect. And they're great for putting on hats, blankets, baskets, headbands, just anything that you need to add just a little touch or a pop of color to. These are perfect for. So what you're going to need today is yarn of any choice. I'm using some leftover scrap of a skein of Burnette Pop that I have left over, a pair of scissors, and your crochet hook. And the size hook I'm using today is a 5mm. So let's get started. To start out for this project, you're going to need to make a slip knot. So take your tail, wrap it around your index finger where they cross, grab the points where they cross and pull it off your finger, switch hands, grabbing at where they cross, take your hook, insert it into the loop. Then you're going to want to hold your hook with your hand and the spot where they meet in one hand. Take your tail, wrap it over your hook. Then from there, pull the yarn through the loop on your hook completely, and there you have your slip knot. Now we're going to start out with a chain of 4. So yarn over, pull through for 1, yarn over, pull through for 2, yarn over, pull through for 3, yarn over, pull through for 4. Now feel down your chain, and at the very beginning where you made your slip knot, that first chain, we're going to insert our hook, grab our yarn and yarn over, pull it through the both loops on your hook, and that creates a slip knot. Now it feels kind of small, so what you're going to want to do is just kind of move around with your fingers to find your center. Now, once you found your center, that's the space you're going to be working into. So we're going to start out with a chain of 3. So yarn over, pull through for 1, yarn over, pull through for 2, yarn over, pull through for 3. So now we're going to be working what we call the triple crochet. So yarn over once, yarn over twice. Then you're going to take your hook and you're going to insert it into the center of that ring. Make sure you're not going into one of the chains, because then it won't turn out correctly. Your knot will not be centered. So once you find your center, insert your hook into the center of your ring, grab your yarn and pull it up. You now have 1, 2, 3, 4 loops on your hook. So now you're going to yarn over, pull through the first 2. You now have 3 loops left on your hook. Yarn over again and pull through the next 2. Come on. The next. There we go. Oh, I messed that up. Let me try that again. Very sorry. When you haven't done these in a while and you're so used to doing nothing but double crochets, you get a little confused on the triple crochet. So let me see, I yarned over and pulled through the first 2. Now I'm going to pull through the next 2, and then finally you have 2 loops left on your hook, so yarn over and pull through those last 2. That is your triple crochet. Let's do it again. Yarn over once, yarn over twice, insert into the center of your ring, grab the yarn and pull it up, and you have 4 loops on your hook. So yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through the next 2 loops. And then you're going to yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. So now you're going to want your bow to have 5 triple crochets. So your chain 3 counted as your first one. We've done 2. Let's do 2 more. Yarn over once, yarn over twice, insert the hook into the ring, grab your yarn and pull it up. You have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through the first 2. You have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the next 2. You have 2 loops on your hook. yarn over, and pull through those last two. So now let's do this one more time. Yarn over once, yarn over twice. You're going to insert your hook into the ring, grab the yarn and pull it up, 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2. You're going to yarn over, pull through the next 2, yarn over, and pull through the last 2. So now, as you feel, and I realize it's rather loose, but that is going to be the first side of your bow. Now, to get to the other side of our ring. So you are going to insert your hook into the center, grab the yarn and pull up that loop, and then take that loop and pull it through the loop on your hook for a slip stitch. And that basically slips you over to the other side of the ring. Now, again, we are going to chain 3. So yarn over and pull through for 1, yarn over, pull through for 2, yarn over, pull through for 3. So that's the first of your 5 triple crochets on this side. So yarn over once, yarn over twice, because now we're going to start those triple crochets. Oh. So now we are going to insert the hook into the center, and by now your center should be really noticeable because you've already put basically 5 sets of stitches into it. So pull up your yarn. You have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, you're down to 2 loops, yarn over, pull through those last 2. We have 3 more to make. Yarn over once, yarn over twice, insert into the center of the ring, pull up that loop, 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 1, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. 2 more to go. Yarn over once, yarn over twice, insert into the ring, pull up the loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. One more time. Yarn over once, yarn over twice. Get that tail out of the way. Insert into the ring, pull up a loop, 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2, 3 on the hook, yarn over, pull through the next 2, 2 on the hook, yarn over, pull through the last 2. Now, in order to go on ahead and anchor it, you're going to insert your hook into the ring, pull up that loop, take that loop and pull it through the loop on your hook for a slip stitch. Now what you're going to want to do, this is where we are going to get ready to fasten off, but before we do, that tail that you made the slip knot controls the ring that you were using. So if you pull on it, it'll tighten it up and it'll bring your bow pieces together and it'll get rid of that space in the middle. So now what you can do is take your yarn, and I like to use both the slip knot tail and the working piece that I'm using, yarn over and just pull it through that loop on my hook, and then what you can do is fasten off, and you're going to want to leave yourself a pretty decent piece, maybe about 6 inches or so, because we're going to use it to wrap around the center to give it that like the center knot on the bow, but then you're also going to want to leave a piece left over so that way you can sew it to any project. So like I said, 6 inches or so. Sometimes I like to do about a foot just to be safe, and cut it off and then pull it through, and we have fastened it off. So now you're going to want to start with the piece that's left from your slip knot and just kind of wrap that around just to tuck it in so it doesn't stick out anywhere. Then you're going to use your long tail that you have left over, and you can go on ahead and give that a tug, which just helps to tighten up that middle. So start from the back underneath, wrap it around the top, and if you can't see it all, I realize it's a bit difficult, but just kind of feel where your yarn goes and just try to make it as even as possible. Don't just wrap it and wind it around, because then your center is going to be really bulky and uneven and it may not sit correctly. So I like to go around 3 to 6 times depending upon the piece of yarn that you cut. So then once you get back around to the back, take your hook and insert it underneath all the pieces of yarn that you wound. Yarn over with the tail that you have left over and pull it through all those pieces that you wrapped around the center of your bow. And it can be a little difficult depending upon the thickness or how many times you went around. So if you turn your hook to where the point is down, and when I say the point, I don't mean the point at the top, I mean the point that grabs the yarn. If you point it down kind of like to the center, you can easily wiggle it and it will pop through the other side. But just be careful because it can get stuck on other pieces. But then once you pull it through, you can just give it a little tug and it helps to tighten up that center. And there you go. You have a little bow, which is perfect for all of your little craft projects, to give it a little pop of color or an accent. If you're making a hat for a little girl or a headband for a little baby, these are absolutely perfect. And you can make them out of the acrylic yarn like I did, or out of cotton. And if you use a big enough hook, I've even made them out of blanket yarn just to give a baby's blanket a cute little touch. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial that we had today. If you have any questions or comment, please feel free to leave that for me in the comment box below. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and hit that subscribe button. Be safe, be healthy, be crafty, and have a great day.